In this video, we're going to review turning points and see how it relates to the graph of a polynomial. So if I had a polynomial, let's say something like this, my turning points would be here, here, and here. Those would be our relative max and min points, or our local maxes and mins, because it's where it changes from increasing to decreasing or decreasing to increasing. And so if you have a polynomial of degree n, then at most you can have n minus 1 turning points. At most. I want to stress that at most, because you can have fewer turning points than that, but the biggest or the largest number of turning points that you could have would be n minus 1 if your degree is n. So if we look at example A here, our degree is 4. This is my largest exponent for x. It's not in descending order, so you have to make sure you double check that you're not looking just at this number here. You want to make sure that you look at all the exponents for x and make sure you're looking at the biggest one. So since the degree is 4, that means at most, when I graph it, at most I should have 3 turning points. If I go to graph this and I have 5 turning points when I sketch it, that means I did something wrong. So this is a way to check yourself. In part B, I have an x squared times an x to the third. That would give me an x to the fifth if I were to actually multiply that out and expand it. So that means I have a degree 5. So that means at most I would have 4 turning points. Okay, for these examples here, we're working backwards now. So we're looking at the graph and we're going to use the turning points to give us an idea of what the smallest degree could be. So I have a turning point here, here, and here. So that means I have 3 turning points. So that means the smallest possible degree that this could be would be 4. If I look at this second graphical example, I have 1, 2, it's hard to tell, but you actually have one here. It's a small hill, and it dips down a little bit. So you have one here too. It's hard to tell. Imagine if you zoom in, if it looks kind of like this if you were to zoom in. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 turning points. Which means the smallest degree this could be would be 5.